welcome to the Questionnaires podcast, where each week we source the best questions from Yahoo Answers and attempt to provide the best advice from.
I like big butts and I cannot lie, but is there an evolutionary reason as to why?
Do strippers have names for their tricks like skateboarders do?
We're here to prove that every question deserves an answer. Joined with me this week, as always, is Marcus.
Ahoy.
And Damien.
What's going on, Tom?
And I am Tom. Did everyone here play Tony Hawk's Pro Skater?
I played it, yeah.
I was obsessed.
It's like one of those, like, it's iconic, right?
It is.
yeah,
it is.
And the soundtracks are amazing.
Yeah.
I only remember playing up to 2. Not even then. Maybe just
Well,
1.
I think then it became like one of those, like, it became open worldy.
Yeah.
And it was just like, you
Underground. I remember playing Underground,
You gotta help the homeless guy, you know, get a job and shave a beard.
You have to teach
with your skateboarding tricks. It's like, do a kickflip to get him a job.
Yeah, skateboarding's changing the world for the good.
Right, skates for his life.
The stripper thing, I was trying to think of any names
Yeah.
that like skateboarding would apply over to.
Yeah.
Dick flip is the obvious one.
Dick flip, yeah.
And then grinding works for skateboarding and strippers.
It does work.
sure
It
But
does work.
I kind of tapped out there.
Grinding's a good thing to like keep your combo going as well. In Tony Hawk's. So like if the stripper's trying to just like tie it all together, it's like, you know, with Tony Hawk's, you'd be like, you do a move and then you do a grind and then you do something else and then you do a grind.
Yeah, that's
grinding
it.
is almost like when you're thinking of what your next move
Yeah,
is.
exactly.
But
Yeah.
in stripping terms, once the guy comes, it's like combo breaker, and that's it, done.
I don't think you want that.
What kind of strippers are you going to?
Not the good ones.
You going to the illegal kind.
No, you know, so you know.
How's it going? It feels very moody in here. Look at the lights are off.
I'll turn the lights on.
Oh, they come up slowly.
They can go on full blast if you want.
No, but what I mean is that's very like nice mood setting.
My room
Marcus,
has got
did
mood
you get that
setting.
installed?
No. Yeah, no.
Along with like you press a button, the wall turns around, and there's like all chains and shit. Which is part of your...
I got that installed.
Yeah.
The lights came with the house.
There was a thing on the door that you like a sign that says "Love Dungeon." So
Yeah, Love Dungeon.
makes
That's
more-
it.
Makes more
Welcome to
sense.
my Love Dungeon. I'm surprised you guys haven't asked about it before.
I just like the sentence, the lights came with the house. That's when you decided to start renting here.
Yeah.
Tell me the lights come with the
They
house.
threw in the lights.
I don't need to use like candles and like
No,
fire.
no.
What a
no,
deal.
don't need that.
Let's mention Marcus and I had birthdays this week
We
as
did.
well. So happy
Yeah.
birthday, Marcus.
Happy birthday, Tom.
Not happy birthday to you,
No,
David.
no, happy birthday for you, Dave.
You don't have to be an ass
Did you
about
have,
it.
enough? Did you have a good birthday, Marcus?
Yeah, man, I did. I ate Mexican food.
I saw
it
a
was
nice
delicious.
little Mexican.
What about your birthday, Tom?
I ate some Thai fusion food, so it was very good.
See,
yeah.
we're men of the world.
We're men of the world.
Yeah.
Men of the world.
Our taste palates.
I
Taste
also
buds.
have a birthday related thing.
Yeah.
Oh,
Assuming you guys are done talking about your birthdays and making me feel like a rat dog for
Well,
something
yeah.
I have no control over.
Yeah.
go on,
we're done.
rat dog.
Blame my mum. She gave birth to me in January, all right? It's not my fault.
It partly is, yeah.
All right. So I have a story
Yeah.
about something that happened to me at a birthday.
Ooh.
But here's the thing, right?
Yes.
Do you know there's shows like Banged Up Abroad and I Shouldn't Be Alive, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Where they, like, the show always starts with, like, the most, like, a crazy thing from the story to kind of hook you in.
And then you got to sit through it all.
Yeah, so the guy's like, oh, the Colombian drug cartel put a knife to my throat.
Yeah.
And he asked me where the cocaine was, but I don't speak Spanish, so I didn't know what he was asking me for. Like something dumb like that, right?
16 scorpions descended on me.
Yeah,
And then you're
exactly.
like, what?
And you're like, no, I need to sit through this
Wait,
hour
40
to
minutes
watch it, right?
until the
To
scorpions will
watch for
arrive.
the scorpion bit. And it's like the smallest part. Yeah.
Exactly. So what I did was, I have a story that I want to tell you guys.
In that
but I cut a trailer for my story.
Yes.
In this kind of style.
All right.
But I'm going to tell the story later in the podcast.
Perfect,
So I want to
perfect.
hook the listeners.
Yeah.
And then they have to hang around and listen to us say
we'll do
dumb
anything.
things.
I hope there's explosions in the trailer. Otherwise, it's not worth it.
I mean, it's an audio thing, though, so it wouldn't work that well.
Explosions would work. Boom.
Maybe for the next one.
All right, maybe for the next one. There's
Do
no
it.
explosion in this.
I want
but-
explosion.
So this is for the story that I'm going to tell later in the podcast.
Yeah.
Okay.
Enjoy.
For over 3 years, the questionnaires have had the answer for every question thrown at them. But what response will Damien have when the thing being thrown at him is fists?
There's a loud crash, and we see this drunk guy coming towards us like he was storming the beaches of Normandy, and I'm like, oh my god!
All this and more on the latest episode of The Questionnaires.
Wow.
I love it. I love the music you got in the
Twists and
background.
turns.
Yeah, twists and turns.
What a completely...
I'm looking forward to
Yeah.
when you're telling that part of the story. It needs to be
Damn.
word for word, though, Damien.
Damn.
If I've hooked you guys, then who knows how the audience is feeling right now. They're probably chomping at the bit for it.
Stay tuned in about 30 minutes. You'll hear whatever that happens. Hopefully it's good. Imagine she's like, oh, no, it wasn't that bad, actually.
Maybe just throws in a sentence right at the end. Just that. Just like, that has nothing to do with no
Hey,
story, Damien.
sometimes production values and clickbait, that'll help us get listens.
That's it.
Whatever
That's
it takes.
Well, they're probably already listening at this point.
That's a good point. So stick around for that. While we're waiting, let's go through some questions that we're going to answer from the website Yahoo Answers. It's what we do each and every week. We find a question, provide some advice to these people. You also choose a theme for each week to name the question askers. It's my theme this week.
It is your theme, Tom.
And I decided
Birthday boy theme.
That's right. I decided to go down the route that we usually do when we're trying to find a theme, and it was basically based on what the national day is for the day that this podcast comes out.
Yep.
Which is June 30th.
Yep.
It is National Social Media Day.
Social media day. Okay.
So I think we should name our question askers after social media platforms.
Interesting. I like it.
Interesting.
Can I go first?
Please do.
I'm going to go with Instagram.
The gram.
Because I don't have Instagram.
Is that the only social media you do not have?
Well, I mean, I guess
there's other
this is like the
ones.
big four. But yeah, that's the one I don't have.
What's the reason for not having it?
I just think I don't really have anything interesting to post. And when I see people going through their feeds, I don't know, it just doesn't really interest me that much.
I actually flick through Instagram just to like look at pictures because I'm like, I'd rather look at pictures than like read stupid posts that people do on Facebook.
That's fair enough.
At least
I
that's
pretty
personal.
much follow all food things, so I just do it to get hungry, and then I go into
Just
food.
cheer me up for lunch.
Maybe I'm looking at the wrong pages. Like Facebook, I basically have because it's a way to contact friends and get invited to parties that people are having, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Whereas Instagram, it doesn't have that social function for me that I really need.
No, fair enough.
You know what I mean?
Yeah.
So
I'm with
that's
you.
why I don't really have it.
All right, Graham.
So Instagram writes in,
Graham.
my wife and I have been married for 4 years.
That's not a question, though.
Yeah.
And hardly ever reads on Yahoo
What do we do
Answers.
about this?
We're about 3 years deep.
D-I-V-O-R-C.
We're 3 years deep. How are you still being surprised by that?
True.
All right, so the gram continues. When we met, she was a tiny little terror. Like the Tasmanian devil had a baby with Barbie. She drank like 6 cups of coffee every single day.
All right.
If you didn't know her, you would swear she was on drugs. So the month before our wedding, I started replacing her coffee with decaf. And Lord have mercy, it was incredible. It was hell the first 2 weeks, but afterwards, it was the best. She was no longer leaving a trail of destruction behind her anymore.
Like a trail of diarrhea.
Licky butt
She's
syndrome.
like a literal Tasmanian devil. So I decided that from that moment on, I would no longer supply her with regular coffee. I would make every Starbucks run. I would buy regular and decaf ground
That's
coffee
an effort.
so I could replace the regular coffee in the package with decaf.
Oh.
It's been this way for 4 years. She has no idea, and I'm hoping to keep it this way. Except when I shared this secret with a friend today, he said that I was controlling and manipulating her, even if it's just about coffee. So now I'm questioning if I'm subconsciously abusive or whatever, and I'm just lost. The friend is next to me, by the way, making me type this. Judge me. Instagram.
He's got a gun to my head. He's saying, if I don't ask the question on Yahoo Answers...
He's got a French press to my hand. He's going to pull the trigger. He's like,
So he's swapping the regular schmegula for
Yes.
the decaf.
yeah.
I
I mean, 6 coffees a day is a lot.
That's too much. That's not good for you. at all.
The thing is, like,
your heart will be gone,
I feel like
palpitating.
the coffee is one of those things where they say, like, 2 cups a day is good for you. It's healthy for you. And I feel like I've read something that says, like, no, there's not a bad amount of too much coffee for you. I think I've read it. It's like, like the bad part is if you were to, as far as health reasons go,
stay up,
is if you have the milk and everything like that. Like if you're having 6 coffees a day, the milk is worse for you as far as calorie intake, let's say.
Yeah.
But if you're having black coffee, if that's what your body can handle, then your body can handle it.
Yeah. The coffee thing always confuses me, like you said, because I'll speak to one person and say, it's horrible for your heart.
Yeah.
Next person speaks to me, he's like, you hear about coffee? Cures dementia. I'm like, oh, okay. All right, I guess I'm drinking then.
Lifted a bus off a kid. It was crushed.
I feel like there's always studies on coffee because people love coffee. So like, if someone says coffee is bad, and then someone's like, no, we're going to find the good part of coffee now.
Who funded this research? Nescafe?
According to the Nescafe Institution.
Is that a real institution? The interesting
Dr. Latte said he's got credentials, Tom, all right?
but he says that like when I met her, she was a like Tasmanian devil crazy person.
Yes.
Was he saying that in a positive way? Or was he like, she was pretty intense like I had to basically sedate her? Like,
that's the weird thing. The weird thing I find about this question is he's playing it off like it's playful. He's like, oh, she was a real character when I ran into her.
Cartwheeling around the place everywhere.
And then I sedated her. I took care of the problem.
I took care of the problem. It was too much.
So she's just, how has she not noticed that there's a difference in
There's
her
less energy.
personality when she, when she doesn't have the energy, maybe?
I think from my point of view, 6 cups is a lot of coffee. That's highly energetic. And didn't you fall in love with the girl that was highly energetic? And
That's
now,
a good point.
And now you're just like,
Yeah,
and
but I would say that
suppressed.
coffee-
Right, you were the one who was in love with the Tasmanian devil.
He was, but
Yeah.
coffee is also not. I think at most it's going to heighten some aspects of your personality, but you're still inherently going to be that person.
Yeah.
Like nobody drinks 6 cups of coffee and wakes up the next day and it's like, fuck, what did I do? It's not like alcohol, you know what I mean?
Exactly.
You're still you.
drinking
You're just a
coffee
more
again.
energetic
There's no
form.
coffee anonymous or anything like that.
right,
so-
right. That's true.
I mean, it is a drug.
Yeah.
And
The
then,
caffeine.
And then, like, he
Caffeine.
did say when he weaned her off it at the first 2 weeks, it was a nightmare because she was essentially
Those caffeine
having
withdrawals.
drug withdrawals.
Yeah,
She would have been getting
exactly.
headaches and stuff.
Yeah.
Like transporting, seeing a baby crawling on the roof kind of thing.
A jar of Macona was just crawling on the roof.
He locked her in a room. Yeah.
And it's just like jarred open, sprinkled
Do
on
you,
her.
do you have people at, I guess work is the one place where people are like, gotta have my coffee. I feel
Yeah.
like coffee culture comes out a lot at work.
Absolutely.
Do you have people that would be that way inclined to be on the 6 cup a day, you reckon?
No one that I
yes.
Yeah?
There is a guy at my work. He's the one who actually got me into coffee.
really?
He calls me his apprentice. It's like,
know. Anakin here.
because I feel like the last time we spoke about coffee on the podcast, I was on one a week.
Yeah.
Now I have one every day, pretty much.
Yeah.
So I'm a regular coffee drinker. I
regular
guess.
schmegular.
Yes, that's right. But he, like, we get to work at 9 o'clock and he will be having a coffee at 9 o'clock and he's like, this is my third one for the day.
Yeah.
So he's
Fuck.
already, he's
Yeah.
too deep by the time he gets to 9 o'clock.
Yeah.
He's obviously getting up early, but still, like, that's
That's a lot of coffee.
That's more than I have in 3 days.
Yeah, it's true.
I
But
feel like I could always have. At my peak was 3 a day. It was like 1 to work, 1 at 10:30, 1 at 3:30. That was
Okay,
like my
that's your routine.
I just took out the morning one. I was just like, no, don't need that.
get one at 10:30 instead.
Yeah, 10:30.
You're like,
that's it.
I'm not that productive. I don't need to be awake until 10:30.
Yeah, exactly.
Let nature do its course.
Is there anybody at your work who's, as they make the joke, oh, I've got blood in my caffeine system?
Well,
you know that?
it's funny.
Nothing. You know
don't
who say that?
Yeah,
You know
basically like they're more caffeine
Yeah,
than they
they're
are
more
blood.
caffeine than man.
But like, I mean, I work at a school, and teachers notoriously love
their
coffee.
coffee.
They
Yeah,
love
yeah,
their
yeah.
coffee. And we've got like a cafe, like a cafeteria thing, and the cafeteria, they're punching out coffees.
Yeah.
All morning.
Yeah.
Like it's crazy how many people are getting coffees.
Did the students drink the coffee?
They do.
Are they allowed to? Are they allowed to?
They do. Like, I
Interesting.
mean, I never had coffee until like I think after I finished high school.
Yeah, me too.
I think
Yeah.
the first like caffeinated drinks I would have had, like let's say strongly caffeinated drinks, were like V's.
iced coffee?
Your energy
Or
drinks.
iced coffees,
Yeah.
but like V's were like my coffee.
Yeah.
Like an energy drink.
I don't think Big M counts. That's like 99% sugar.
Yeah, it's
those
ba-
iced coffees.
Yeah, but they're still delicious. Hey,
Yeah.
you know what?
I'm not saying they're not. That was never the point.
I'm just saying, get a coffee, add some sugar in it, and let it get cold. It tastes exactly like a Big M.
Yeah,
do it.
add 15 teaspoons. It
Yeah,
work.
well, you know.
but like kids
It's
will
delicious.
drink coffees as well. And
Yeah.
like I feel like there's no point of getting hooked onto caffeine.
Yeah.
there.
At that age, you don't need it either.
Yeah, right.
You should have enough energy when you're a bloody
The thing is,
teenager.
as a teenager, you're sleeping like more than ever,
Yeah.
and you're always tired, and you're having like coffee and stuff like that. I feel like you're sort of going against the natural flow of being a teenager.
Yeah, you don't need it.
No
That's what I'm
need.
saying. But yeah, there are a lot of people that drink a lot of coffees. I don't keep track of how many coffees
I've
people are
got a
having.
tally of everybody in the school. That's I was like,
Sally, that's your fifth one today. Maybe you should tone it down a
Turn
bit.
it down. I'll give you a decaf next
Yeah,
time.
you're starting to twitch a bit there, Sally. Just take it easy.
I don't see the point of not that I don't see the point of decaf. I don't want ever to have decaf.
I like a decaf.
Why?
I will tell you why.
Explain.
Because sometimes you want the tasty taste
Yes,
of a coffee.
I agree with
the
you
feeling of a
100%.
coffee, but you don't want to be awake. So if I'm having a coffee at 9 o'clock at night,
Yeah.
Yep.
I've settled down for the night, watching a movie, maybe I'll be like, you know what I want? I want the taste of a coffee, but I don't want to lay in bed and be like, my
Wired.
mind is going
Okay.
crazy.
Yeah, I agree with that.
That's how I see it. But
Okay, you've convinced me. I want a decaf. I'm out.
suddenly I'm hooked.
Yeah.
But like, I reckon caffeinated in the morning and decaf in the afternoon or evening, that's
Yeah.
fine.
Can you guys think in this person's situation, anything that you guys love that
Yep.
if your partner would happen to switch out, let's say you don't notice for whatever reason,
Yeah.
that if you were to find out, you would feel betrayed.
It has to be food though, yeah. Because
it doesn't have to be. It could be anything.
Toothpaste or something.
Yeah, I'm
you
like-
swap my Colgate for McLean's.
You swap my toilet paper from 2 ply to 3? This is delicious.
No wonder I'm no longer bleeding anymore. I thought my arse just built a callus. Apparently not.
So basically, something that you enjoy. Let's just say if you did enjoy the 1 ply,
Yeah.
and then they tried to swap it and make it
Well,
better.
let's say 3 ply down to 2 ply.
All right, let's be realistic. We're
This is an
scaling down.
improvement.
We're scaling down. Scaling down.
I threw this question at my girlfriend, and she said, I would love if you somehow were able, because she's obsessed with chocolate,
Yeah.
Yeah.
chocoholic. She's like, if you somehow worked out a way to replace my chocolate with a healthier alternative without me noticing, I would love you for it.
Oh, okay.
But
what about like going with a darker chocolate? I know dark chocolate's not
she hates
healthy,
dark chocolate.
but maybe that's it. She should pump up. You know, it's like a percentage of dark
Cocoa,
chocolate.
yeah.
It's like,
And then
it's
eventually gets
60%.
100% cocoa that tastes like arsehole.
100% cocoa is like eating the Earth's core. It's like just melts
It's
you.
horrible.
I think her palate is